All right, continuing on with our optimization. In our last video, we talked keywords. Now, in this video, we will talk about where to use those keywords. So let's jump right in. There's going to be 3 very specific places that I'm going to recommend that you utilize the keywords that you found. And the first one is in your profile about section. So when you go to your Pinterest account and first log in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see a small menu that looks like this. You're going to click on your Edit Profile, which will bring up the Edit Profile menu, and in there, in the About You section, is where you're going to start incorporating some of those keywords. So it's okay if you already have your profile filled out. You simply edit in to make where it flows naturally and makes sense and utilize some of those keywords, at least 2 or 3 keywords. I wouldn't go all out and use 10 or anything like that, but try to incorporate for sure 1 or 2. But if you can do, 2 or 3, I think that's reasonable. And it doesn't have to be a single word. Again, it can be a keyword or keyword phrase, and that holds true for all 3 areas I'm going to show you. Okay, so make sure that you're using your About section, and whenever you do this, make sure that you're saving whatever it is that you do, or it won't stick. So at the bottom, the red button that says Save, always make sure that every edit you do, or even your new creation, make sure that you're saving it. Okay, so your About section in your profile is the very first place. The next place would be right in your actual board descriptions themselves. So you're going to go, if you already have a board created, you can go to the bottom where it says Edit, and that will open up the Edit menu where you'll see your board pop up. And again, it's the description itself that you want to incorporate keywords. Now this holds true even if you don't have existing boards. If you're just newly creating a board, which I walked you through in a previous video, you can certainly you will want to certainly add in your keywords. So you can go back and you can edit them at any time, which is, a great option. You can change the descriptions and modify them and upgrade them. Just make sure that it's natural and flows. It's not a forced fit of keywords just to have the keywords in. And last place would be in the pin descriptions themselves. So once you have your board set up, you're going to start creating pins. And in the pins, whether you have an existing pin or are creating a brand new pin, and pins are created much like boards. Once you're inside a board, you'll have the area where you can create your actual pins. It's the same principles. But if you already have some that exist and you'd like to go back and add some keywords in, you simply go to the pin, select the pencil, which is your edit button, and then the edit menu will pop up. And again, you're going straight to that description where you're going to add in those keywords. And again, for all 3 areas, I would recommend adding maybe 2 or 3 keywords, all 3 sections, your About section, your board descriptions, and pin descriptions. Try to shoot for 2 to 3 keywords in each of those sections. If you can, if it makes sense and flows. If you can only fit 1 in, that's okay. 1 is better than 0. And I would play around with it too. If people are finding your board, then you know that you've done a good job with your keywords, and maybe you need to do a better job if people aren't finding your board. But these things take time. You should not expect to have 1,000 followers overnight, because that won't happen. It almost never happens. I guess never say never, right? But, it's a slow process. It is work. And if you're looking for the quick overnight, success, it's probably not going to happen. You do have to work for it. So that's why I'm showing you all these little tips and tricks. So those 3 locations are where you want to focus on adding your keywords. But we are talking overall optimization. So we're going to take it a little further than just keywords themselves. The second area is to send viewers to an online site. And that's right here, your website. So after you create a pin, you will want to go back and edit that pin, because I don't know why it doesn't let you do it right up front when you first create a pin. At least as of this recording, it doesn't. Hopefully Pinterest will update and they will modify that. But you create a pin, and if you're creating it from scratch without actually pinning from someone else's website or something, you have to add in your website manually. So you have to go back and edit the pin with that little pencil edit button and actually paste in your website. And you definitely should do that with every pin you create, for sure. Do not leave this step out. Otherwise, your pin is going to be just a pin. It's not going to take anyone anywhere to get the full experience of the information that you're trying to share with them. So there's lots of things you could do here. If you don't have a website, don't worry about it. It's okay. Maybe you have a Facebook page for your business. Then you could put the link to your Facebook page here, or a Twitter account. Then give them the link to your Twitter business account, or any other social media platform if you don't have an actual website. Now remember though, this pin is going to talk about something specific. So whatever you do, take them to whatever that specific thing is. So an example would be using this exact pin. It's about project management. So I'm not going to take them to my homepage of my website because that won't give them anything specific about project management. In fact, that will probably frustrate them, and it may even trigger them to unfollow me, which defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to do, right? So I would take them to a specific blog post that is also about project management. And that is what my pin description would portray. It would give kind of the summary of that blog post, but then I would actually put the website link that takes them to that direct blog post, the full link, not just to my homepage of my website. I hope that makes sense. So you do not want to frustrate people that are coming to actually check out the information you're trying to share with them. You need to be specific and take them to a specific location. Another example, again, if you don't have a website, but maybe you have a Facebook page for your business, then take them to a very specific Facebook post, not just your overall Facebook site. Unless your pin is about your Facebook site in general, that would make sense. But just make sure that whatever the pin is, you're taking them on a journey that is specific to the pin. So that is the second suggestion I have for you. And the last one here is, if you are a local business, you definitely want to include your location, because people may be searching for location-specific information. So maybe somebody's going to take a trip to your city and they want to know the best restaurants, or the best hairdressers, or who knows, the best things to do in that city. You want to put your location. Another time you would put location would be if you are dealing with places such as a travel agent. If you are a travel agent and you frequently, book people to trips, like Walt Disney World or something, then definitely put that as a location and or name where it makes sense to help people find whatever it is that your business is offering. So those are additional areas that you can help optimize your Pinterest site to get more followers. Now, in the next video, we are going to talk even more specifics on how to optimize your Pinterest site. So I'll see you there.